Hi guys, I'm here in Leamington with the wonderful Miss Katy Hurt. It's wonderful to meet you. Finally. Thank you for giving us a bit of your time.
No, of course, anything.
And you've had a pretty busy but very successful year, haven't you?
It's been kind of crazy, but yeah, definitely made a huge impact to my career, so I'm pretty happy.
You've played at quite a few festivals. I mean, Brooklyn Boots, FSA Fest. Isn't it like really refreshing to see all these different platforms appearing for you guys?
It is really refreshing. I think, especially with Brooklyn Boots, that was a fun one to do because I hadn't ever done anything like that before. It was my first time camping too, so that was fun. But I did Henley Festival as well with Jose Feliciano, and that was pretty much a crazy experience. And to be able to see that country music is coming back and it's stronger than ever in the UK has just been really great.
I mean, Nights Like Tonight popping up as well.
Nights Like Tonight, yeah, and everything. Just any opportunity people are willing to give country music's been great.
Yeah. So for anybody out there that doesn't know too much about you, tell us a little bit about your story and how a girl that was born in the US comes over here and makes that transition.
Okay, well I was actually born in London.
Were you?
But we moved to the US when I was like a few months old, and we lived there until just before my 7th birthday. And my parents always tell this story that I never slept as a baby, and then the only thing they could find that would get me to go to sleep was Patsy Cline. Yeah. So they used to play me Patsy Cline to get me to go to sleep, and then by the time I was 4, I just started singing as much as I could, and being in that environment, being in the States and living in that lifestyle meant that I grew up in this country fantasy world, and then I moved back over to the UK, and it was kind of like a culture shock, but I kind of wanted to continue that and bring it with me, and music was the way I did that. And by the time I was 13, I was gigging every weekend and, you know, doing events like this and doing big festivals, and now here I am, and this is what I do every day, and it's just the best thing I could do.
So is country always in your blood growing up in the US? You can't really avoid it over there, can you?
No, you couldn't avoid it. And my parents are both like huge Elvis fans, and my dad loves Jim Reeves, and it's just always been on in the house. I think it was just meant to be. Yeah.
So who are your kind of modern inspirations?
Modern inspiration? Oh, there's so many great musicians at the moment. I think people like Ashley Monroe and Maren Morris and Miranda Lambert are paving the way for kind of a new wave. A new kind of styles being brought out, like with Vice and everything. There's just kind of like a more stripped back, more emotional version of country music that's coming out at the moment that I really do love. And you know, also I love Carrie and Brad Paisley and Luke Bryan. You know, anyone you could think of, I'll love them. So just country music.
And you recently graduated from the ACM Artist Development Program.
Yes,
so tell us a little bit about that.
So I studied at the Academy of Contemporary Music in London, in Chiswick. It's actually based in Guildford, but I was studying at Metropolis Studios, so I was very fortunate to be a part of a course that was based within the actual music world itself. And it was kind of like a 9-month course, 6-month course, and they just kind of threw you in at the deep end and said, here's everything you need to know about music in a short period of time, and try and absorb as much as you can. And it was a phenomenal experience, and the opportunities that presented me as an artist and also as a person, I think it was just really great fun. So I'm very grateful to do that. Yeah.
And congratulations on the success of Love You More, which went to number 1.
Yeah, number 1. Can't believe
that. Must be blowing your mind.
I kind of have to forget about it because otherwise I think too much and then I start to cry. I still don't really know how it happened. I was sat in a car park going to see a concert, and my producer texted me, was like, check iTunes. And I went on, I was like, this can't be real. No, I'm very grateful to the fans because that really was just kind of a social media release. I never did anything special for it, and to see the reaction that people had, the sharing the videos, the liking of my Facebook page, and sharing it on Twitter and Instagram, and it kind of just blew up. And then number 1, and it was there for like a week and a half, I think, and and then it's kind of carried me through this summer, and it's been great. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that song and where the inspiration came from for that.
So Love You More was actually one of those crazy songs that you write. I never intended to write it. It wasn't something that I thought about, and I was weirdly enough in a car park. I was about to leave to go to Gulliver's in Manchester for the first time, and in the car on the way I was like, I'm bored, I'm going to sit in the back and play my guitar. And I wrote it on the way there, and by the time I got there I was like, I'm going to play this tonight and see what happens. And I played it and I was like, what do you guys think? And everyone was like, you need to record that, you need to record. So I went in the studio in the next week, and then that's what came out. So it was kind of just like, let's see. And then it just happened. And I think it was obviously something I'd been feeling and hadn't let myself think about yet. But it's kind of, I like to say it's a song about passionate, like fighting and love, because it's one of those things like, if I was in a fight with someone and it was kind of about to end, I'd be like, let me love you. So that's kind of where it came from.
And you've done a lot of work with W21 Music, haven't you? I know Pete is always singing your praises at the festivals. So tell us about kind of the work you've done with them and how much they've supported you.
They've been an incredible support. I mean, everyone in the country world has been, but I met them that night at Gulliver's, actually. That was the first time I met them, and Pete was one of the first people to hear that song. So then he was kind of like, can I be a part of that? And you know, they come to all the gigs, and they've helped me. We just finished our first headlining tour, my first headlining tour, and W21 helped with that. It was a huge factor, and that was a big success. So no, I think anyone who's willing to give an opportunity to a country singer in the UK is definitely worth it in my books. Yeah.
Now, tell us about the plan for the next year, because this year is going to be difficult to beat, surely. So
this year will be hard to beat, but I have some plans. I just wrote out like an 8-month plan to present to my publishers, and they were really happy with it. So I'm hoping to have an album out soon. More on that will be to follow. But early next year, actually, you guys will be the first people to know about this. Yamaha have asked me to headline the C2C pop-up stage judging. So I'm going to be the head judge now for who's going to be on the pop-up stages for the Yamaha stage. So that's a great honor, because I'm a Yamaha artist myself, and they contacted me and said, we need someone who knows country music and who loves Yamaha, and come do this. So that's going to be really fun. So January I'm on tour with them, and I think we're doing all the Yamaha stores across the UK. So there'll be like Soho Hoedown events, and so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then over this Christmas I will be in the studio, so there will be like a little sneak preview of an album to come out early in the year, so keep an eye out for that one.
Look forward to that.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving us a few minutes of your time.
No,
We really
more than
appreciate
happy,
it.
anytime.
And best of luck for next year.
Thank you so much.
For the rest of your career. Nice one. Signing out from Leamington.